grinning, basically. It's like VP are making noise, everything like that, but Pronax is just sitting there. They lose the knife, doesn't matter. He's still just grinning ear to ear. So Fnatic definitely not feeling the heat quite yet, but this is sick. Double boost over.
Triple boost. They just flood into the middle. This is almost unheard of. Like triple boost like this, but Taz, yeah, he's up here. The Polish power. It hasn't been quite subdued yet. They're into the bomb site quick though. Fnatic, can they retake it here on the Virtus.pro side? Neo coming up from behind. KRiMz is keeping carrying in the corner, and that's going to be an instant headshot. Bomb goes down as well, and now actually Virtus.pro do need to put a little bit of speed behind this. Currently no one has a defuse kit picked up, so they got to move faster than they are right now. KRiMz with a good return kill as well. Taz waiting up on the rafters here, but he's losing all his teammates. He's jumping down the smoke. He's going to get one kill, and that'll be the end. I think that was a triple kill for... I didn't even see because we switched cameras so big, but somebody picked up a triple kill on that Fnatic side. So quick.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was KRiMz. That was definitely... I mean, that was a sick strat, actually. I don't think we've seen that quite yet.
Whoever number 7 is got the triple.
Yeah. Whoever number 7 is, okay. But still, like, triple boost over mid, just straight short rush into the site, and what's worse is that VP are actually stacked up for like B mid. They think it's going to be a B rush, and they're trying to counter that. So a bit of a gamble coming out from VP. It doesn't go their way. Fnatic get onto it, and now T side, they've got the pistol, so they've got the guns going into this. VP, however, don't waste any time. They go for the straight CZ armor buy. They're going to try and put some pressure right back on Fnatic here.
I don't actually remember the last time I saw someone triple boosting middle, not like that.
No, likewise. Like that is just a sick strat. And that's definitely, you know, something that I expect to see from Pronax. He's the kind of guy who will just sit down and be like, you know what would be really cool? If we put 3 guys up mid really quickly and just kind of crushed onto A site in a pistol, when it's going to be really difficult for them to actually stop the rush unless they can hit sick headshots.
byali's about to go down as well. This Eagle is just not meant for this kind of range. Actually, JW not going to commit to it, but long range shot from olofmeister is going to be enough here with the Pro 90. minise, that's a great headshot, but he needs a lot more, and he's just going to get overwhelmed. Too many Fnatic members there. Not much that pasha and Neo can do at this point, except to maybe get some exit frags, which will be good.
I wouldn't mind seeing Neo kind of get up close, you know, get to know them a little bit. I want to see pasha take a bit more of a passive stance, however. Just let him hold on to that gear, because he does have the Kevlar helmet, which could be useful in the next round. Neo's got the CZ, but he can always get dropped that. So if Neo wants to go ahead and take a fight, try and camp it out, no problem. Otherwise, just back off, hold on to the gear, take up the fight in the 3rd round. This is kind of looking like how things are supposed to go, essentially, where Fnatic are able to get onto a site, take minimal damage, get the plant, and just take it from there. VP are going to have to eat another round of eco.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised they went for the CZ 75 armor. I think that's a reasonable idea. On a map like Cash, I mean, you can force the terrorists to get pretty close. Fnatic just were a little bit too good at getting those entry frags, so that's what it's down to. We'll see how it goes. Virtus.pro, man. I mean, I think after stomping on Overpass, especially because they won it against LDLC, which probably gave them like some confidence, maybe we can repeat that success against Fnatic, and then it's just like slap.
Well, now you have to start like taking into account like the tilt factor, right? Because we know that like, you know, byali threw his headset during that last game on Overpass, that they were just getting really frustrated on VP's side. So it's good that there was some levity at the beginning of this match to try and take an edge off, just because they need it at this point. They need to just have fun.
Well, actually, I think that's one of the really cool things that Virtus.pro can do, is that they can be like super pissed and super angry at each other, and then in a split second it turns around and they start winning, and they can't be stopped again. Like, I think that's, yeah, that's just like a mentality thing. So I definitely think they're super frustrated, but unlike other teams, I actually have a lot of faith in Virtus.pro to be able to make like crazy comebacks, even though they feel really mentally down. I feel like they have like almost a unique mentality when it comes to stuff like that.
Oh, the man like Taz on your team. Comes as no surprise. Pronax is going to get spotted and flanked, and he does manage to get the spray down onto byali. Takes a lot of damage in the process, however. 2 very low HP members here on Fnatic. This could be a huge opportunity for VP if they can just stay alive. minise is in a great position. Flanks out KRiMz, and again, another member low for Fnatic.
One grenade right now would do wonders, but they're just not going to get it. Neo, as soon as he's being spotted out, obviously it's going to be flusha and KRiMz taking this fight, and there's not much Neo can do about it. That's painful.
Hell, I would want flusha is the only man allowed to take a fight right now on Fnatic. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Anybody else, if they get peeked, they're going to die. And they're already starting to rotate off this site. This is the smart call. Get away from that bomb. They're so very low. They have to get pretty much into T-spawn.
And Neo he's just hoping someone was going to rotate that way, but nobody is. So at the end of the day, he's just going to hold up to that CZ 75 for the upcoming 4th round. That's creepy. 2 people that low and nobody gets tagged.
And yeah, that's got to be frustrating. That's got to be really frustrating. If they'd known as well that they're so low, right? They know that Pronax is tagged for sure. They know that olofmeister's got to be tagged as well, but They couldn't quite land the shots. minise there with a bit of an opportunity, and it's unfortunate for him because he ends up shooting at KRiMz, like the one guy who's at like full HP apart from flusha, and he shoots at him instead of just getting 2 free kills on Pronax and Olaf.
Well, let's see now. Virtus.pro, they definitely have the rifles, although JW there have his AWP, not going to connect. Preemptive smoke going up before he really got a chance, so that's just common sense. Though pasha, actually, that was a boosted attempt from KRiMz, and he sent flying off the edge of that box.
A nice shot there by pasha. pasha in that mid connector very early there. And JW not managing to hit that shot. So good recovery here. VP actually having the entry in this crucial round. 4th round buy for them. So it's everything here. This is such an important round for VP, not only because it's their first buy, but also because they just need a round win. They just need for something to go right for them right now to get a bit of confidence back. As Fnatic are closing in once again. 2 guys, or just the one actually. It's only olofmeister looking around Squeak.
Gotta be careful. He can snipe from vent as well. I'm pretty sure they hear him. Yes, JW does actually take a look. Gonna smoke him off instead, actually. Which is surprising. I thought he would want to take that fight. Fnatic still have some time here, 45 seconds, and they could have had an opening right there, but now I think Virtus.pro are going to be more careful about this AWP. A little bit of a grenade going in, and a follow-up as well. Someone going to come out squeak door. olofmeister actually delaying just a little bit here. Molotov goes through. pasha picks up a 2nd kill of the round, and holding down Mouse 1. Taz not going to get anything done, but there's byali still hiding, and they weren't counting on that. So now they have a 2-on-4 situation. JW misses the shot, and he should be going down, and minise will take care of it. So Pronax all alone. pasha with a triple kill. Very good. I mean, pasha on overpass, he played super well. And it's good to see him still stepping it up here.
Agreed. I'm kind of surprised at how Fnatic didn't actually speed up behind those 2 flashes towards the site from short.
Yeah.
I was really expecting Pronax to just come rushing out squeak door, wrap around that corner, and get on that guy holding, because that's a very common spot to be holding from CT. Those 2 flashes were money flashes, and we didn't really see Fnatic try and capitalize on that. So a little bit of hesitation there, I think, costing them. Fnatic playing a little bit too safe, seeing as how they lost the entry.
Well, this time they're moving quite quickly towards this this A-bomb site. See if they can get into some good positions. Once that smoke clears, gotta wonder if they have some sort of cool setup in mind. Currently, they don't have any Molotovs, so firebombing the A-bomb site, which is sometimes, yeah, I think Titan do that every once in a while, and wouldn't be surprised if Fnatic are going to try and pull that out later. But right now, it's mostly smokes, and they can obviously smoke off towards you know, the middle and the truck and try and get in there.
Let's see, minise has got his AWP. The JW with the AK is going to find him over on the other side of the map. It's a B-side pick going through. olofmeister, funnily enough, is the one rocking the AWP right now for Fnatic. JW is going to find his 2nd frag, so clearly a good thing that he has the AK now for the Swedes. He's doing the damage. VP are just getting picked apart, and it looks like it's going to wind up on the A side here for Fnatic.
It's actually great because they have 2 people here, but then the entry from KRiMz kind of just cements the fact that they are going to win this round. Taz and Neo should try and get away, but even Taz can't really do that. He's obviously trapped in the middle there. I mean, this is one of those rounds where it's kind of hard to really talk about anything except the fact that they got 3 entry frags, and it didn't really revolve around any specific strategy. They just walked in and got the kills.
Yeah. And one thing to note, I suppose, and this is something that's very common, is the fact that VP are going to lose their round bonus. They're basically going to be back to square one here. So they win a round, and then Fnatic reset it. And they really want to hunt for Neo as well, which is smart from Fnatic. I'm sure they can afford to give up a couple rifles. Neo certainly cannot afford to give up his gun. flusha will find him crouching in the corner. And Fnatic just so thorough right now. I mean, sure, they lose a round. There's a bit of hesitation. But then they come right back into it stronger than ever.
Oh, man.
That certainly calmed them down on the VP side as well.
Yeah, that is it's a kind of horrible way to lose a round, because there's not much you can really learn from it except the fact that if you run into JW and he's hitting headshots, it's kind of hard to deal with. Now flusha and olofmeister both have an AWP, whereas JW still doesn't, so they're switching it up a little bit on the Fnatic side, but already going for the double AWP's kind of interesting.
Oh, a B stack coming out here from VP as well. I was expecting them to actually try and run in here, perhaps try and catch olofmeister off guard. flusha's got an AWP as well. What is this? They're actually going to take this fight. JW's going to get flashed around that corner, though. Goes for the spray battle and takes Taz out. A bit costly there. He took a lot more HP than he wanted to.
Yeah, but he's going to win the follow-up fight against pasha too. Leaving just byali all the way into the middle here. Just trying to see if he can find the opening on somebody, but it's not looking very likely.
Nice spray control. JW, what is going on? Now he's got the AK and he's getting kills left and right. So he's like, I'm feeling a little shaky on the AWP. That's the true power of like these top tier offers as well. JW in particular, like, you know, excellent op, world class AWP, but then can still turn to the rifle at times as well. So just fantastic all-around players here on Fnatic, which is one of the things that really just makes them so very difficult to deal with. Thorn mentioned this, you know, touched on this during the pre-match talk, basically between olofmeister and JW, their ability to rock that double op play now in Fnatic.
From the way what we've seen previously, actually Fnatic could probably lose all the rest of the rounds on this half, and they'd still have a pretty decent shot at this. So 5-1 is definitely a fantastic start here for the Swedish team, who want to get back in and get that grand final against LDLC, which will be a best of 5, by the way. flusha and JW opening up. Neo and Taz already gone from the map, leaving. minise about to get surrounded. In fact, olofmeister is just going to come in and execute him, hiding in that bomb site. JW, they could just plant and play it safe, but he's taking a fight with pasha, and he's going to come out on top again. It seems like at this point, Fnatic, they're just playing with them.
Yeah, they're having their way, man. And VP, I was curious to see, because that is very often a double eco scenario as well. If you lose that 4th round, or that 5th round rather, after winning the 4th. VP decided to just rely on their rifle work, rely on their ability to get frags, take those fights, and come out ahead. Only problem is that Fnatic have got all the confidence right now. And again, VP, they're going to be down to 2,400 bucks. If they go for a buy in the next round, are they going to be able to even afford an AWP? Life is really difficult right now for VP.
Without a doubt. Oh, man. I mean, we would like to see a 3rd map, but Fnatic are they're just so good. It's hard to really deal with.
It is hard. I mean, right now it's all confidence. They just seem to be supremely confident in what they do. minise gets pinned down behind the corner. There's the opportunity for Neo to get a kill, but KRiMz is going to live with 1 HP. It's like it's the 2nd round all over again.
byali just at the edge of the smoke here, trying to see if he can maybe catch somebody with a good headshot. Well, Fnatic obviously going to get this round. Bomb goes down, and flusha will take down byali. So I don't know what to say. In the break, I caught Lurpus tweeting saying basically it feels like LDLC and Fnatic are just a step above everyone else right now, and that's actually how I feel too. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's a real scary thing. And you kind of talk about other teams as well. You know, we talked a little bit about it during the break as well. You know, like Titan, for example, right? But you know, even when it comes to them, it's like one map where you're really scared of them. Dust 2, right? When Penny and Cali get to shine. But on the other maps, they're kind of like, yeah, they can be good, but you know, they aren't quite there. They don't have that magic like they have on Dust 2, right? You know, so other teams, like, they have their maps, but LDLC, Fnatic in particular, it's like, where do you go in a ban pick phase to try and beat these guys? Yeah. They're good on 5 out of the 7 maps, and they're getting good on the 6th one, which is Nuke. Like, how do you deal with a team like that when it comes to a ban pick?
Yeah, I mean, eventually someone's going to find the answer, and eventually someone is going to be able to shake Fnatic's confidence. Obviously, LDLC hoping it's going to be them tomorrow, but we'll have to see. It's 7-1 right now. Definitely a strong start here, as well, you can just look at the ratios for some of the Fnatic members just doing extremely well. 9-2, 8-1, that kind of stuff is going on at the moment on the terrorist side of Cash. Well, this is definitely a CT-sided map, so.
All right, well, here we have the double up buy coming in from VP. So let's see how this shakes down. Taz is going to get picked off by olofmeister. Neo did take out flusha, though, so that's a good start. byali does get a great spray down, double spray, in fact. Takes out KRiMz as well. Pronax and KRiMz trying to push out from Squeaky. They get denied, and it's now down to the 2 ops remaining here for Fnatic, olofmeister and JW. But they don't, well, as I say that, minise gets caught out in the open in CT. That's not going to help. He's going to peek it short, and he's not going to hit that shot, but JW is there to pick up the slack.
olofmeister eventually goes down after a really scary triple kill run then. That grenade not quite bouncing like they were expecting. They should still make it out of this one. JW does not have the bomb, and actually he's going to go back and pick it up here, so that's a little bit. Maybe he could run for B, in fact.
He can. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Look at this. He's going all the way back into T-spawn. Does he expect them to push in behind him? That's the real question here. Do VP decide to split up, or are they just going to put it all on this A site? And it looks like that's the solution for them. They don't want to leave it, because it can too quickly go, especially when you've got JW, into a 1v1 situation.
They find him. Nicely handled there. So they do manage to come out on top. They steal the AWP, and we'll see.
byali is not amused.
No, I don't think he's amused at all, in spite of the fact that he did a good job that round.
JW, not amused either. And there's not a lot of motion. I mean, both of these teams are so focused at this point right now. Fnatic in particular, you know, they have that strong belief, you know, which is why you don't really see as much hand clapping, etc. with them, as much shouting, is because they believe in just keeping focused on the game 100%.
Taz hiding in that corner, which can be scary. A lot of teams do actually pre-fire there, so if you move in too early, you can end up getting shot down. Usually we see a lot of CT side players actually stand like close to it once the first couple of, like, once you can tell that someone's like done pre-firing, you kind of try and walk in. So there's like a whole metagame thing going on there where people just try and guess at each other. olofmeister worried that someone might be boosted up, and I mean, he's just being really thorough at this point. But it looks like it's going to be a B-side push, even though olofmeister does win that duel against Taz. Everyone else from Fnatic is moving up over here, which is going to leave minise inside the bomb site. He's already gone. Just doesn't even get a chance to do anything.
No chance to react at all. JW, as soon as he spots him, he's dead. Boom, one shot. Great flank from Neo, though. That saves it. Neo doing great damage from Sky. Even going to set up with the little pop nade. What's up, Pronax? Take 20 damage to the face. Still, though, this is still a VP. I mean, this is still a Fnatic situation because of the flank. olofmeister catches byali out in the mid, and JW will pick Neo off.
Yeah, and the flick coming in. JW misses it. C-set 75 out, and Pronax will help out, and that will be the kill on pasha. So, I mean, briefly it was a 3-on-3, and then they just couldn't get into the bomb site once again. And there's a lot of things going on right now, and one of them definitely is that there's almost no attempt right now from Virtus.pro to actually take some map control back. They aren't counter boosting the middle. They aren't pushing B, they aren't pushing the A hallways, they aren't even pushing A main. They're just staying far back on the map, and as we've seen earlier, we saw this on Inferno as well when Fnatic were playing earlier in the day. If you give Fnatic the map control, they are going to have plans that will basically shut you down. Yeah. They're so good at getting these entry frags, so I feel like that has to stop at some point. Like, teams need to figure out that playing passively against Fnatic is exactly what they want. Nice shot here from Olof, and obviously it's an eco round coming out here from Virtus.pro. Anything they can get is good.
I mean, at this point, yeah, it's all about, well, right now, basically, anything they can get is good, but they desperately need a win, like an eco win. If they could pull that off somehow, that would be magical for VP.
And look at where minise is. This time they actually did push up. I wish this would have been a rifle round because it would have been so cool. pasha is going to take a kill, but they still lose the A bomb site.
3-on-2 now. minise trying to work his way up short. He's got help from Neo, who's going to be coming in through CT, and now Neo is the only man alive here for VP. Fnatic instantly changing up their positions as well. olofmeister with the cheeky shoulder peek. He's going to spot out Neo. They know exactly where he is. And this is when it gets fairly difficult here. For Neo, that is, because he's about to get rushed down. Like, no respect. Zero respect. No JW. Okay.
Almost.
He went for it, man. He was going to go for it.
You could tell he wanted it, but it's not going to go through. Maybe a little bit too optimistic at that point in time. Eco round from Virtus.pro, can't expect too much. They did get a kill in there eventually, so that's sort of good, but they are still very far behind. There's really no hiding it. This is just Fnatic showing that, yeah, even on cash, they're a good team.
Well, one thing to note, and I don't know if it was brought up in the pre-match talk either, is that Snax, you know, we were going on about this during the break. Snax is almost a key figure for VP when it comes to cash, because he's just the master of holding down the B site, playing with those smokes. And actually, Seth did mention, you know, Snax pushing through smokes, but it's just like, it really does feel like it's a big part of VP's game to have him over on that side of the map and just, you know, outsmarting people left and right. The fact that he is not here is going to make life, well, as we can see, you know, just difficult for VP.
It's one of those situations where it kind of feels like, you know, again, the C-set 75, he's that close with the rifle, he probably should come out on top, but then C-set, rate of fire is so high, he just ends up taking that kill anyway, and it's byali and Taz now, 2-1-5. Fnatic actually just steamrolling their way through this map at this point.
Essentially, there's very little that VP can do, apart from hold on to guns, but that's not going to win them rounds. I mean, if they can actually hold on to these two guns, maybe they can drop. They needed 3 guys alive, basically, though. And I don't think Fnatic are already going to close in on this. They know. They know that VP have backed off. They know that VP are going to try and save. They've found byali now as well, so now it's just a matter of time. He's going to peek. JW finds him. It's almost like papier musique, sheet music, basically. You know, you just follow along, and Fnatic are going to find you. They're going to sing a song while they do it.
Taz trying to desperately. They're going to come for him, and olofmeister is going to take him out. Oh, man. There's no mercy. They're not taking any hostages here on the Fnatic side. Taz is not amused.
No, he can't be. And that's brutal now. Where do VP go with the money? Do they go for another force buy? Do they go for an eco round right now? They have to go for an eco, it seems, but Fnatic have got 10 rounds on their T side. It's incredible. This is a 6 score line.
4 people rushing A main right now, right into the waiting arms of Pronax, and then half of them kind of stop, which is very confusing, because it feels like maybe they could have outpowered Pronax, but now he gets another 2 kills in, and finally he's going to go down. That looked a little bit indecisive from Virtus.pro, because I feel like actually if they'd all pushed through, maybe they'd have had a good chance. pasha's going to fall last, and yeah. It was
definitely like, here's the bait, scout it out, how many people are there? Okay, do we go for it? Yes. But then Pronax isn't supposed to get, you know, the other 2 guys to come in.
Yeah.
That's not how that's supposed to work, especially with CZs. Fnatic continue, man, the pain train. Because you see there, Neo, he's just like, okay, yeah, there's only 1 guy in here. Go and rush him. And that's not helping. That's agony as well for VP. I mean, when that happens to you, you're just like, you got to throw your hands up in the air. And they're going to go for another aggressive push. This is what VP are just aiming for at this point. They realize you just need to get in their face, try and be aggressive, and it just doesn't work. Fnatic beat them down into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool cinematic moment when Pronax got shot while jumping midair. That definitely looked cool. I think that's the best thing we can say currently for Virtus.pro in this particular round. Neo all alone with the AWP, which is, I mean, a shame. He's actually pretty good at holding that B bomb site, or even just like generally, Neo can definitely AWP really well, but he's not even going to get a chance here. He's been locked in, and as he comes back, does get the kill on olofmeister, but 11 health, and they are not going to let him keep this AWP. KRiMz will take him down for a triple, and it will be 12-2, going right into the 15th and the last round of the half. And look at byali's he's not even touching the keyboard. He's just actually resigned himself to the idea that we've been destroyed.
What do you do? Yeah, exactly. Like, he is literally just there pondering life at this point. Like, what is going on? How did we just completely not get anything to work for ourselves here in this half? VP are down 2. They've got 2 rounds on the board, and they have to go for a 4th spy in the 15th round. And are they going for a rush again? This is the counter boost now. Yeah,
this is what we brought up a little bit earlier in this half, is the idea. This is something we actually see a lot of CT teams do, but the fact that they're in the 15th round and haven't tried it earlier definitely is a little bit worrying. Neo pushing through, kind of like Snags would. He's going to pick up the kill, turns around, Max 7 is going to work, and they get the kill on JW. And Pronax also goes down to minise, so a lot of stuff working here. And I mean, I don't want to be that guy saying I told you so, but it feels like this kind of aggression is what we were asking for earlier. And when they finally do it, it kind of works out pretty well.
Well, I think, yeah, there's that, and it's also the aspect of YOLO.
Yeah, but that's how they play normally. That's how they normally play on this map. That's why it's, you know, obviously they don't have minise normally playing, so that could be why they're saying, let's not do what we normally do, let's try and go for like some base strats, just holding the bomb sites. But that doesn't work out so well.
Yeah, I think it's once you throw caution to the wind, and then this sort of thing happens, and it took that many rounds for VP to figure it out. Oh, JW gets caught out in the open. There you go. Neo keeps the streak alive. That's 5 kills in a row for him.
Flusha in the back, nice headshot, but they're just jumping in with the Glocks, and they're going to take care of it. Fnatic do have a pretty good presence over here, and KRiMz is going to try and see if he can do something. olofmeister hiding in the back, not showing himself, and they haven't realized yet. He's going to execute one, goes for more, but he can't find the kills, and actually, Virtus.pro are going to win that round. Nice double coming in from Neo. Looked like olofmeister should have had more out of that position.
Agreed. That was the movement there. You could see him just getting out-juked. That's also that, like, we need to come up with a term for that, man. When it's like, you should get that kill 100% because it's an easy frag, and yet you somehow miss it, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean, right? You're just like, yeah, I've got this, and then somehow none of your bullets hit, and you just feel like an idiot because you just missed, like, the easiest frag in your life.
I know what you mean. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Actually, double and then even triple boost. Virtus.pro taking a page out of Fnatic's playbook here on the pistol round. This is what Fnatic did, just boosting 3 people
Quad
in.
boost.
Oh, quad. You care, right? A little bit more. Fair enough. KRiMz should be found here. Nice opening from Pasha. And they keep going into the A bomb site. They're going to be fine.
Oh, here we go, man. The train, the plow. Now do they repeat the fuel or not? This is going to be flusha trying to get a shot in there with the deagle. Pronax has actually got a really cheeky position. They spot him out, though. He's only got a P2000, so getting the job done here is going to be tricky. Do they actually close the door on Pronax? Yes, they do. Like, Pronax, get out of here.
Not invited.
We don't want anything to do with you. Actually, the party's, you know, around the block. It's that way, man. Like, a couple doors down.
Yeah, without that club stamp, you're not getting in.
It's not happening, man. Sorry.
And Pasha as a bouncer as well. I definitely wouldn't want to try and force my way in either. Well, olofmeister goes down, and it's the last 2 members of Fnatic just kind of running away, with $2,000 combined between them on them, roughly.
Oh, they're supposed to throwing away a good chunk of that. $200 left.
Which nobody knows where that $200 is, because I mean, Pronax just has a pistol that he spawned with, but fair enough.
P2K, man, P2K. Pronax's life. Is it worth something, Anders? Is that it? Is it worth more than Edward, though? Because Edward's life is worth $100.
Yeah.
Do you value Pronax at 200?
I don't know. I feel like as the human race, we've kind of gone beyond that point in time where we just put money on people to buy or sell them, and I'm kind of happy about that. I feel like that was that was back then. Things were bad. They're a little bit better now. So
yeah, now it's called it's called minimum wage.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be. I mean, Fnatic, they come by this round. Virtus.pro are doing the absolute best that they can here on the second half to try and remedy the situation. I would be way more than just impressed if the Polish team can make it back. This would be an absolutely insane comeback if it happens, and maybe you can tell in my voice I don't quite believe it, and I honestly don't, but they're gonna have to convince me right now. I need to see something on the table. I need something concrete to work here.
Well, that's not gonna work, flusha.
Just trying to blend in.
Yeah, I was just like, he's a T-Rex, right? If I don't move, you won't see me. Just all right, let's see. Fnatic, KRiMz looking a little bit more focused. Pronax not smiling. So now I think they're going to start buckling down here, Fnatic, because they're going to get a buy round in. And now here's the question, exactly. What happens now that Fnatic have the AWP? Only a single AWP, actually, only on JW. I was thinking that they might go for the double and get one on olofmeister as well, so just have one on each site. But that's not going to be the case here. Fnatic are going to be counting on JW to do the work.
flusha starts off with 2 kills like that, and the bomb actually drops on the wrong side. It gets gifted to Fnatic. That's about as bad as it can really get, trying to boost up into the middle area there. They weren't counting on flusha being all the way up in the vents right there.
Now look at flusha as well. He's willing to take this fight with Taz. Taz does manage to find the angle, but then Pronax is there to cover from sandbags. flusha will take out Neo instead. And minise is now the last man alive here for VP. That smoke is about to clear as well, and he's going to be pinned down in the corner. 3 members for Fnatic just waiting for him to round it. And flusha with a quad. There you have it. They get rifles in their hands, and flusha, well, moving was key. It's all in the movement, man. Fleet of foot.
You wanted to believe that wasn't going to happen because, you'd like to see Virtus.pro get back on track and make a real match of this. But right now, there's nothing stopping Fnatic here.
Fnatic, exactly. This is now just going to be... Well, this round is pretty much it for VP. Tournament life on the line right here in this round. VP, no pressure, but they need to find frags. They have to come out ahead in the entry battle. And JW is going to assassinate Neo. The headshot there. They try and re-peek him. Is he going to find the shot? minise can't get it.
JW almost getting caught on the ledge there now. Pronax taking a fight here by the forklift. Good grenade is going to rain right in and does some decent damage onto Taz. Bomb is still right in on the other side, and Pronax is actually trying to be a little bit clever here, just hiding at the edge of the smoke and trying to use that against them. That bullet connects. JW takes down Taz right through the door. I wish we could get a camera shot of Taz right then, because I'm pretty sure he's not going to be too excited. And JW will miss the next shot, though. flusha will get the kill. minise will pick it up on KRiMz to try and see if he can get through here. Where is JW right now? Can we get a little bit more action? It's going to be Pronax taking down minise, and that leaves byali 1 on 4.
Oh, and the flash, and Pronax turns back just in the nick of time there, but Pronax, man, bit too quick, looking towards that main entrance to the A silo, or to the A garage. But now this is it, man. VP, a must-win round for them. And it just doesn't pan out. Yeah, JW, this was pretty good. Taz just spraying a little bit too long there. You get practically full damage through that door as well, so it's just like, hey, if you're going to shoot me with an AWP or even an AK, it's going to hurt.
It's currently olofmeister top fragging at 18 kills, so he's definitely doing a fine job at the as well, but there's not much to really stop Fnatic, it seems like. It's hard to really pinpoint anything that VP can do. Obviously, this round they have byali with the AK, but JW is not even afraid to fight this close. No scopes minise out of the map, and it's going to be him just pushing on. Like, at this point, he could just fall back and play it safe, but he's just going to keep pushing right in through the smoke. Neo is right here. JW somehow walks behind him, and I think Neo even had the knife out. Yeah, he's just waiting in the smoke with the knife. What the hell is going on? He's going to try and knife JW.
Oh, this would be amazing.
No,
byali's going to walk right in. Well, now he knows.
They have no idea where Neo is, because JW's just checked this whole area. This is ridiculous.
And Neo's like, hey, a P250, sweet. He's going to have an M4 now, too, man. Party favors out all over the place.
What a round. KRiMz is going to walk right in. He goes down, and then finally it's olofmeister to finish the round. So that's a really confusing scenario.
This is brutal now. Okay, now we have to see. I mean, VP, last round, potentially the last map of their tournament right here, coming from the winner bracket as well, getting knocked down by LDLC 2-1. Now here in their tournament, lower bracket final, this is it, tournament life, and they're getting steamrolled by Fnatic. This is definitely a brutal, this has been a brutal day for VP. There's no getting around it. They started off so strong.
Yeah.
They started off so strong versus LDLC.
Things were looking quite exciting, and you're right. Since then, it's pretty much been just like one long beating after another here. Molotov goes down, trying to keep them out, though. Nice headshot from Neo coming in right behind KRiMz in that vent. It's a good opening, but it has to be a lot better right now. flusha doing good damage. Taz and minise can actually burn to death to that Molotov from Pronax. And olofmeister, almost a double shot there as he's covering the crossover, and he spots the bomb as well. More people coming in from the vents behind here, so they need to push quick, otherwise they're going to run out of time. Almost shooting his teammate. olofmeister's going to go down, and pasha took off Pronax. So now JW's alone here, 1-on-3. Maybe VP can do a little bit more. Again, the bomb drops, but they should have this.
Yeah. They'll have this for sure. 50 seconds left on that clock as well. It feels like 10 seconds left, then maybe JW kind of camps that bomb and forces them into a situation where they have to get in there. And now this is pretty much an unwinnable situation for JW. 7 HP left and a Molotov to boot. Now he's boxed in. He can't even get past. Yes. Don't risk it, JW.
It'd be a silly way to die.
Neo
but he can't hide in here. He's going to go up with a bomb, so I'm not really sure what the plan is at this point. Get an exit kill on somebody?
There's no way out. There we have it. Neo will find him. Neo.
You kind of saw Taz clench his fist there like a slight victory, but the hand slapping phase is over basically. The high fives are gone.
If they win this round, Taz will go for the high five.
I hope so.
They'll get the slap down. And now VP, at least they have a fighting chance. They've got better gear this time around. They've got an AWP from minise. Fnatic still have the money for a double out play of their own, though, so this is going to be pretty brutal here if they decide to run in. But Fnatic look for mid control right off the bat. That's not going to happen here for VP, however. They're really looking towards an A push. The JW is currently pushing in through Squeak. He's not going to have anybody here.
But he's still going to know that there's nobody currently in the middle, and I think they know exactly what's up now because they hear them all running in through A main here, and JW is just going to come back through the squeaky door. So he's just checked.
Don't think they realize that, well, him stepping through here is definitely going to give it away.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a giveaway there. I would have liked to see JW actually walk.
I agree.
It's still like he has pushed all the way through.
And he goes down because of it. He comes back in pasha and especially a whole firing squad waiting for him in the middle of that point. KRiMz will get the one return, but it's a good opening here from VP. If they get into A right now, it'd be great. The orb is far away from olofmeister as well.
Pronax, though, that's going to buy some time, and KRiMz from short is going to pick up pasha. So we're back into a 3-on-3 situation here. minise patiently waiting for the fire to cool off. Taz is going to pick up Pronax, though, and KRiMz gets caught as well. This is it. VP waking up. 1v3 situation. It's olofmeister now alone.
Yeah, flying off the edge right onto that electric box, and he's going to go down anyway, but it's a nice acrobatic move then. Definitely some Counter-Strike parkour going on.
It's that, it gives him wings.
Apparently so, right? Actually, can you say that anymore? Wasn't there like some sort of ridiculous lawsuit going on?
Really?
I think so.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think someone in the US didn't get wings and got angry. So.
It's like somebody suing McDonald's for the coffee being too hot or something like that, right?
Maybe it's just an urban legend, I don't know. pasha is going to be taking down KRiMz here, and Neo is going to be dropping JW, so... Again, I would be blown away if Virtus.pro can make this comeback work. It's so far away. They need to win 7 rounds in a row without making any mistakes against the team that's playing the absolute best in the world right now. So, which is obviously Fnatic here.
This is still, Fnatic are still in full, they still have a massive advantage here, obviously, because they're sitting on match point, and it's going to be just 7 rounds of match point pretty much that VP have to battle back from. But VP right now, this backs to the wall mentality here, where literally if they lose 1 round, they're out of the tournament. Oh yeah, Neo's just like, well, that's a boot.
I spy with my little eye.
A boot. And olofmeister is like, this is the fake where they just left a boot out there.
Is he going to try and stab him? He is, and olofmeister's going to go for it. Yes, Neo. That's what you want to do when you're at a match and map point here. I don't know. I can't even really blame him. Maybe this really super relaxed, having fun mentality is what Virtus.pro need to somehow get back in here.
It's a shame he didn't jump.
Yeah,
if we're really going to criticize the silly play, right? You know, it's a shame he didn't.
I was wondering if minise was going to come over and they're going to try and boost over the truck and, like, you know, jump down behind him or something, because it looked like he was calling for somebody. But flash out, pretty aggressive push coming out here from Fnatic over at the B side, but they actually get grenaded back into it, which is not cool. This is not a good corner to be in if you're Fnatic, and they're going to try and run back in, which is a good idea. Like, yeah, if they had been there, that Molotov would have been kind of bad.
They actually get out of there in one piece as well. olofmeister's here to shut down pasha. Bomb is dropped in a bit of an awkward position. Taz is going to get flashed. Fnatic are running in. They're doing damage. flusha and KRiMz picking up frags. It's a 2-on-4. flusha could get another one. He's going to click with minise. This is how it ends. A 4-spy. Fnatic MVP are out of the tournament. Fnatic have got their spot in the grand finals.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a brutal way to end it. Such a big stat going on that B-bomb site. And Virtus.pro, they walk in. The flashbangs work way above and beyond what you would expect at that point in time. And it's just very nicely played. So, yeah, Fnatic, they're through to the grand finals. We're going to have a rematch of LDLC Fnatic and the best-of-5 game as well. Man, that's going to be good.
That's going to be awesome. This is going to be incredible. But VP, I mean, they put up a battle. I mean, Taz, of course. Well, I'm sure the Taz will be around tomorrow as well, you know, to lend a hand with the analysis and everything. But
no doubt,
dude, that was one hell of a match. Just seeing